again, if she moved too slowly, they'd be gone before she got to the end of the tube where she could see. So she needed just the right balance of speed and stealth. Got it wrong. They must have heard her, because someone started climbing the ladder. Dolores's grip tightened around her tennis racket. She'd never be able to swing it, of course. There wasn't room, but she could at least raise it warningly if she had to. A face appeared. Hello there. It was the old man. White hair, trim white beard, and a smile so wide you'd think he had just walked into his own surprise birthday party. Dolores kept silent. If she ignored him, he might think her crazy and leave. Always better not to take chances with a stranger than to open one's mouth and let them hear the fear in your voice. A little cold to be sleeping outside, don't you think? The old man said, lifting a hood over his head as the wind picked up. It was the hood that gave him away. He was a healer. Only healers wore capes with hoods like that. It was their calling card. Dolores thought the capes and hoods rather silly-looking, but understood that they were more functional than fashionable. The cape was like a flag, a neon sign drawing anyone who needed a healer directly to one. It said, "Hey, I'm a healer. Come to me if I can help you, and I gladly will." They were the good Samaritans of the street. Healers made it their mission to give out free food and to treat people who were sick or injured. Getting in trouble sometimes because they had no medical licenses, but not in really bad trouble because nobody could ever prove that they were actually practicing medicine, and because they only helped the homeless anyway, people who couldn't help themselves or get help anywhere else. The only thing odd about seeing this healer, however, was his age. Dolores had never seen an old healer before. The ones she had seen, strolling along the 3rd Street Promenade, helping the homeless there, were all young, healthy, bodybuilder types. Big guys. Always guys. And always big. Muscle big. Don't mess with me because I can break your face big. But this healer was anything but a young Arnold Schwarzenegger, though he didn't look particularly weak. "You'll freeze to death if you stay out here," he said, still smiling. Dolores kept her expression blank, but was inwardly happy to see him. Free food was free food. The only catch was that healers could talk your ear off if you let them. Wellness of the body and soul and all that, helping the species reach its potential, whatever. Dolores didn't care what religion they were preaching. She just listened and pretended to care until they gave her the food. Then she'd politely thank them and be on her way. "I'm George Galen," he said, as if that was supposed to mean something to her. Maybe he was waiting for her to tell him her name, but she wasn't about to, so she got to the point instead. "You got any food?" she said. "We do," he said. "Sandwiches in the van." "I ain't in the van," she said. "Fat lot of good your sandwiches do me." His smile widened. "Turkey or ham?" "Turkey," she said. Galen looked behind him and called down the ladder. "She wants a turkey sandwich, Lycan." Dolores craned her neck a few inches, just enough to see who it was he was speaking to. A young healer, the normal kind of healer with big bulging muscles and wearing one of those capes over his shoulders, nodded and hurried away. Another healer had an arm around the drunk man and was helping him hobble away from the playground. Galen looked back at her, gesturing to the healer who had run off to fetch the sandwich. "Lycan is one of my young associates." "Lycan? That's his name? What, he from Europe or something?" Galen laughed. No, I gave him that name. He is like Lycan, able to grow strong even when the wind blows hard. Dolores rolled her eyes, not caring if the old man noticed. Crazy religion mumbo-jumbo. Galen didn't look fazed. They waited there in silence a moment until Lycan came jogging back with a sandwich in a small plastic bag. He handed it to Galen, who handed it to Dolores. She unwrapped it and began to eat. It was good. The healers always had good stuff. Turkey, yes, but lots of lettuce and tomato, too, and sprouts and mayo, a real sandwich, the kind somebody might pay for, not the slap-together crap that homeless people usually got. "Thank you," she said. She might be gutter trash to most people, but she still had manners. That didn't mean she was a pushover, though. "I'd rather skip the sermon if you don't mind," she said. Galen tilted his head back and laughed again. As he did, Dolores